Magneto held Hypnotic in close to his chest as he used the Earth's magnetic center to fly to the dampest area of the swamp. A sign was nailed to a tree. It read, "Trespassers will be killed." The writing was sloppy, and as if to punctuate the seriousness of the message, two broken Land Rovers were sitting side by side. It looked as if huge fists had pummeled them, and if the truth were told, that was what had happened, although the poachers who preyed on these lands definitely didn't want to know that. Hovering only a few feet above the thick, leg-snaring marsh grass, Magneto flew to his destination without the slightest feeling of fear. His passenger, however, was full of trepidation. She constantly fidgeted, much to Magneto's annoyance. "Be at peace," he barked. Then he slowed to a gentle glide. "Do exactly as I told you and you will not be harmed." "Yes," she stammered. Magneto stopped before the pile of trailers that had been ripped apart and welded back together to form some sort of impressive structure that bespoke of wealth. The satellite hanging from one of the walls at least hinted at it, yet still shone through of a lower-class upbringing. The behemoth that moved through the oversized door looked both fearsome and comical. Not attired in his usual rust-covered armor, but still with his overbearing presence, Juggernaut looked down at Magneto, clad in green coveralls that were 4 times too small for him. "Ah, good, it saves me the trouble of finding you before I kill you, old man." Charles Xavier's half-brother boomed down. "Who is your tailor, Juggernaut?" Magneto said. He stood unmoving as the colossal giant walked toward him, cracking his walnut-sized knuckles. "It don't matter, you won't live long enough to meet him. Don't be so melodramatic. We both know that our powers usually result in a victory for myself. And besides, this is a social call." A bemused look crossed the face towering above Magneto. "A social call? I have someone for you to meet. She is simply dying to look into your eyes," Magneto said, gesturing to Hypnotic. "A baby. Your daughter, Magneto," Juggernaut said, striding over towards Hypnotic, who, sticking to her orders, didn't move an inch. "She looks frightened. And smells." Juggernaut laughed at his own wit. Neither Magneto nor Hypnotic cracked a smile. Shrugging, Juggernaut took in a deep breath and blew hard on Hypnotic. Steady on her feet. "Must be older than I expected." "I am right here, Juggernaut," Hypnotic said angrily. "Okay, baby cuddles, don't hit me with your diaper," Juggernaut said, squatting down to look into Hypnotic's eyes. Recoiling as if he had been stung, Juggernaut grabbed his head. Magneto smiled. "You will do exactly as Magneto says from now on, Juggernaut," Hypnotic said forcibly. Madeline had exhausted herself in another tantrum and was fighting to keep herself awake. With no energy left, she poured all of her emotions together to provide fuel for her depleted energy. She then felt filled with the same energy she had been in the school basement. Creating a phase wall slightly smaller than her door, Madeline forced the shimmering wall backwards. Just like the paint tin, the door resisted the phase wall. Madeline pushed harder. She was rewarded with a splintering sound as the door fell backwards, the oak body now separated from the hinges. "Now I need to get some help," Madeline thought, walking through the space where the door stood just moments ago.